Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Anna and this is an apology, explanation and announcement video. I'm not comfortable to talk in front of a camera yet, so please enjoy clips from my Eastfjords painting instead. First of all, I am sorry for my prolonged absence. I really am. Posting new video every week for over a year, then stopping all of a sudden and going radio silent was inconsiderate of me, and you have the right to feel disappointed. I'm honestly surprised that most of you decided to stick and stay, but I'm grateful for that. So thank you, and again, I'm sorry. I never planned to take a break from YouTube, let alone this long. I was chasing the algorithm for over a year and a half, not wanting to lose the momentum and hoping to finally get to the monetization. The consistent schedule of posting every week was actually very beneficial for my mental health, at least in the beginning. The 2024 was one of my most difficult years. Not getting into too many details, I was sexually harassed at work but couldn't leave at that moment. The situation lasted for months and led me to depression and panic attacks. I went through the re-traumatizing and useless investigation only to get fired. I lost 15 kilograms in just a few weeks. In the midst of it, something bad happened in my decade-long relationship, and I had to make the most difficult decision in my life and leave. The 2025 was a long year of healing, grieving, and processing everything that happened. After getting fired, I found myself completely burnt out. And I mean clinically diagnosed with burnout and PTSD. I broke into pieces and had to rebuild myself anew. I was getting all the help I needed, medication, therapy, and friend support. But healing takes time and energy. I kept making videos despite all of that for several months, and getting more tired and depleted every time I had to drag myself to edit. Even painting was tiring. So I gradually stopped doing anything that wasn't necessary to survive. I stopped cooking, I stopped cleaning. My roomie is an angel and she took care of the house and me. I stopped going outside, I stopped painting. I was mostly napping with my cat, journaling, and occasionally forcing myself to eat. At the last resort, I stopped making videos. It was the last thing I gave up on. I held on as long as I could, but eventually I had to stop and focus all of my energy on healing. And after some time, I started getting better. I could see the silver lining that was lost before. The biggest step was going on a solo trip and immersing myself in the nature, letting the silence and solitude do their healing magic. I came back renewed, started painting and doing things again, only to get myself into another mental crisis. Too much, too soon. So I slowed down, put aside my expectations and gave myself even more time and grace. I started this channel with an idea in my mind, but it turned out to be too difficult to fulfill it. Since the very beginning, I wanted to make longer tutorials with a voiceover to guide you through, but making this type of videos was very time-consuming, especially because I had no idea about editing. Also, I had like 100 subscribers at that point. So instead, I started making videos with written instructions, which allowed me to make them faster. I was very reluctant to shorts. Personally, I never watched them, but YouTube was really pushing shorts and I could see that they are getting 1,000 times more views. So I started making regular videos weekly, and then shorts were made out of them. At one point, one of my shorts went viral, and till this day it's getting more and more views, currently about 14 millions. To compare, the most popular regular video of mine has about 17,000 views. Seeing more people subscribing to my channel was great, and I appreciate all of you. But I still had this uncomfortable feeling that this is not what I wanted. It's impossible to make detailed tutorials in a minute or two, so naturally you had questions. In the beginning I was replying to all comments, but at some point I couldn't keep up anymore. I find it difficult to explain stuff in writing, so I was frustrated that I'm not as helpful as I would like to be, and that my channel is more so an entertaining one than it is about teaching and sharing with other artists. I wanted to build a community of like-minded people and inspiring, cozy space. I don't think I can do it with short-form content. I had these thoughts and doubts, but I kept going and chasing the algorithm, because every time I was late or skip a video, YouTube was punishing me. I could see that clearly in my stats. So there was no way I can make any changes until I reach the monetization point, and then finally I will be able to slow down and make better videos. But I couldn't get there despite the number of subscribers and millions of views. And then my mental health collapsed and I stopped making videos. So now I decided to reset. Take this situation as an opportunity and start again. But this time, do it as I intended from the beginning. I'm going to make longer, more detailed and overall better videos every month. No more mediocre videos every week, but a good one once a month. Will I continue making shorts? Probably, but for sure not on schedule. So you might see them here and there, but I really want to focus on a longer form content that for me is a regular content. I understand this is a big change, and that some of you might not like it. If you decide to unsubscribe, I won't blame you at all, and let me thank you in advance for being here as long as you did. For those of you who stay, thank you too. I hope you'll find the new format more interesting and valuable. My first new tutorial will be published in February, but before that I want to start with being more present. So please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I promise to read and reply to all of them. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.